Today is one of those days where I feel like you just got to turn the camera on. I just got to turn the camera on and record myself because I feel like I keep catching myself just sitting there staring off into space. So many thoughts going through my brain. And it's all kind of right now stemming from I'm seeing the views and the people that are watching my content, right? Or the shorts that I'm putting out. And then I'm naturally wanting to shift and really focus on the stuff that is getting the views, but that's not why I'm here, right? And my channel is real, raw, authentic. And I'm just like, take a step back for a second. You started this channel to just post everything, right? Don't necessarily drive to feed what the people want to see, because then I feel like ultimately I'm going to change potentially who I am, right? I'm living for these other people. I'm feeding these other people for what they want versus the purpose of me creating the channel of just to upload anything and everything that may or may not help people in the future, you know? And so it's been kind of a cool morning sitting back and reflecting on that because there's so much in it. When you think about brands and social media stars and influencers, all this stuff, a lot of them, 90% of them, I would assume, put on obviously that the character, right? And that's not what my channel is going to be. I'm a character in myself, and that's the character that y'all are going to see. There's no, you know, there's no difference, right? I'm me, and that's who I'm going to be, and I'm not going to change for anybody else, right? I live my path regardless if you like it or you don't like it. You're either on my train or you're not. Get out the way if you ain't. You know what I mean? I got a mission, and I'm going to accomplish this mission. So yeah, now I'm reflecting on all this, and I've only posted shorts up to this point. This is going to be, in theory, I guess, my first long form video, and we'll see how long form it is. But I'm asking ChatGPT like how to work this system, right? Or not work the system, but how do I navigate this, right? What do I do with it? I got people watching. What do I do with it, right? And it's pushing me on the longer form content side of things. Like, keep doing your shorts, keep doing the stuff that's successful, but throw some longer content out there to get some watch time. Let people know who you are truly and see the character that you really are. And so now I'm exploring that. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm not an editor. I haven't done a bunch of editing. I've never edited. So a lot of what you're going to see on this channel is just straight raw to the point until I start figuring out how to start cutting some, shortening up some stuff to make it a little bit more feng shui for y'all. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm focused on the long term, not the long term. Focused on maybe putting out a little bit, a couple clips a week, a couple of videos a week that are a little bit longer. No idea on the time frame. But it also makes me curious, without changing myself, what kind of topics you guys are interested. What do you want me to elaborate more on that I've already talked about? You know what I mean? That I've hinted at. So that's cool. I'm super excited to start building a network through all of you guys and building a relationship with this community that gets built, because stepping aside to me reflecting on all this, what was really kind of doing well for my shorts is talking about giveaways. And if you have a strong, reputable brand, start doing giveaways. If you have that brand, but you don't necessarily have YouTube or anything yet, start doing YouTube, and just try to grow that, right? I think the giveaway world is it's insane. It's transformed how I operate, where I buy my clothes, C-Boys TV. It's like I'm buying shirts, pants, all my clothes now that I buy, for the most part, are from these different giveaways companies. One, going to support them. Two, it's giving me chances to win 20, 50, 100, 200, 300, $400,000, whether it's vehicles or, cash, experience, whatever it may be. There's so many options. And that content, or those shorts of mine talking about the giveaways, has really kind of popped off. I'm talking popped off because of the views that I'm seeing from zero, thinking it's going to be zero. But it's like, wow, maybe people are super interested in that, right? And I'm not necessarily changing who I am to try and elaborate on that and help you guys grow further in knowledge of that. It's definitely a goal of mine to get at least one company, I would say two, a handful of companies set up doing giveaways this year, because it's so huge for the brand, and it's the community around it. I feel like when you're doing the giveaways and you have the merch, just the ongoing community that's out in the world, and then they run into each other, they're at events, and you see, all these like-minded people. It's super interesting and it's super cool to me. You got to be careful, and you got to make sure you do it legally. That's for sure. You all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, because you don't want to be going down the wrong path there. But overall, I just want to give you guys some insight. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe pause it and regroup a little bit and then continue. Business and AI is another thing that is, relatively getting views for my stuff. How I think about business is, I feel like, quite a bit different than the average person, and how I use AI, or even the simplest forms, ChatGPT, Grok, Claude, all these different things, to be able to give me as much insight as possible into these businesses, the businesses I create, the businesses I've helped, all these different things. It's so cool to be able to have tools now that can give you the ability to stress test things and run it, build code without being a coder. Not that it, if you want something super great, whatever it may be, coding, a real coder is absolutely instrumental in that process. But how far the world has come with AI being able to allow people that aren't technically advanced to be able to code and create stuff is so awesome. And when you're using, say, like ChatGPT to question those different areas of your businesses, how can I improve here? How could I save money here? How could I be a little bit more efficient in this area? All these different variables, it just gives you so much more insight. And it's super cool, because I have a lot of different friends, business owners, whatever, that are so curious about it, but yet are so in left field, not even knowing what ChatGPT is, really knowing what AI is doing, or up to par with that. So it's super cool to be able to inform people. It sounds cliche to talk about AI and to talk about ChatGPT, but when it comes down to the brass tacks of it all, it's been instrumental how I operate, not only my businesses, but my personal life too. I'm an analytical guy built on data and research, and ChatGPT and those different platforms really give me the opportunity to explore and to really deep dive into that. And I find that super cool. Business creation, whoo! It's a huge positive for me, huge negative to me, because I can have so many ideas, but I got to focus on one, two, whatever it may be, right? So I can get lost real quick, distracted, not necessarily lost, distracted real quick with different ventures and ideas, and helping this person and then this person, and then coming back to what I'm doing, and whatever it may be. But I'm thankful that I primarily have Bitcoin to trade. That's kind of what I primarily do. But my passion, man, I just love numbers, and I love business, and I love operation, and any form of way that I can help other people succeed and do better and be more efficient and be more effective, I'm going to take any opportunity I can to help somebody do that. But overall, I feel like you're getting a pretty good gist of who I am, and I look forward to seeing what other videos come from this and moving forward. I'm excited to look back in a year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever it may be, and be like, look at this goober, my first YouTube video, not edited, whatever. I get so worked up in my head that, oh, it needs to be edited, or it needs to look great, thumbnails, this, that, whatever, versus just being raw, just posting the raw, and that's what you're gonna get, with a little bit of sprinkle, little sprinkle on it, but that's what you're gonna get. And I'm okay with that, and I hope you're okay with that. Even if you're not okay with that, could really care less. A lot of other YouTubers to watch. Other than that, I hope you all are doing awesome. I hope you have an amazing week, an amazing month, an amazing year. I hope your families are doing well. Take care. Be blessed.